Hey guys, what is up? It is Dansles, and welcome back to another tour of a finished build here in Los Angeles. So, as you guys might be thinking, today's tour is going to be on the City Hall. So, I've completed the interior of the City Hall and it is ready to be toured, and it is completely done now. So, fun fact about this City Hall that maybe not all of you guys know is that it was actually originally started way back in the day, like over 2 years ago. It was actually one of the first buildings on the world, in fact, in kind of like this downtown area of the Los Angeles city. And I pretty much just built the entire exterior of it. In fact, I built it all in the natural texture pack. And then finally, after a couple of years and getting back around to this particular build, I finally finished the interior of it, kind of converted it to the city texture pack. Luckily for me, the city texture pack still made this place look pretty nice on the exterior, so I didn't really need to make a whole lot of changes to the outside when I was kind of revamping this thing for 2015 Minecraft. And I think it turned out pretty good. So we have a completed City Hall, and we're ready to do a final tour of this thing. So again, the exterior is probably something you guys have seen quite a bit of over the last couple of years of Los Angeles. As a matter of fact, we have a few little mistakes right there that we need to fix. Alright guys, there we go. Never too late to fix mistakes. I actually think that came from me blowing up a building on this lot that used to be there. I guess the kind of the shock of, or I guess the blast radius of the TNT kind of got this building a little bit nicked up the side of it. But I think we're good. Like I said, never too late to fix up some mistakes. But just doing a little fly around of the exterior of the City Hall just to show you guys how it all came together. And let's go ahead and fly onto the inside and get started with this tour. So, for me, the first thing I think of when I think City Hall is Parks and Recreation. Probably my favorite TV show or favorite comedy show, I guess. And I did a lot of little Parks and Recreation Easter eggs inside of the City Hall. So, obviously, if you're a fan of that show, if you've seen it before, you might recognize some of those. So, let's walk inside and take the tour. So, we start off here with the interior. This is like the main room. And there's just a fountain in here with a bunch of chandeliers, just kind of like a space where you can walk in. And there's also exits on the other side, just kind of like a main entrance to the City Hall. I like this room. This is the first one I did, and it turned out pretty nice. So again, here's the back entrance if you wanted to come from the back alleyway. It doesn't really matter. It kind of just depends on where you would park your car, I suppose. All right, so let's go back inside. And I think we're going to start off by going to the left from the front. So we're going to walk over here. And this can lead you into two directions. So you can go straight away, or we can go upstairs. Obviously, upstairs, this is an episode of Los Angeles just a few days ago, CLD, where we built the Parks and Recreation Department of the City Hall. So we'll just do a quick tour of this because it is finished. And right here, we just have a little sitting area behind this desk. And basically, if you're scheduling an appointment to meet with a parks director or something like that, you can come in here and just kind of confirm your appointment, sit there, wait for the person to be available, walk through these gates, and then boom, you're into like the parks department. We have a little table here where the employees could eat lunch. We have a couple of desks for the people that don't necessarily have a big enough title to have their own closed office. We have only one closed office space right here, supposed to be a printer. In the office here, this is gonna just be the park manager's office, so this would be Ron Swanson's place to hang out. And then right in here is a conference room, so this is going to be the projector up on the ceiling. Just tried to build a projector, big table, and then that wall there is gray wool, so you can kind of just project your PowerPoints or presentations or whatever you're doing onto that wall, and you'll be good to go. And then this right here is a table where the laptop would be, and you can connect your laptop to the projector. So that's kind of how this room works inside of this particular conference room. And that's pretty much it for the Parks Department. So let's go back on outside of here. Head down the stairs. I love these chandelier designs, by the way. This is good inspiration for pretty much any kind of build in the city texture pack. So you can take those and use those in your builds for sure. So over here is pretty cool. This is the city council chamber, reception desks on both sides. In fact, this one in here actually has an extra closet, so there's just some extra stuff in here. And we'll come back outside here. And obviously that's how you get inside there, just through those doors. But yeah, those are the reception desks right here. They have little laptops behind the desk, so that's pretty cool. And then right in here is the city council chamber. So this is where like the councilmen and women, have their meetings and things like that. And this is where people could propose something or just have like a hearing or whatever. And they have a couple of tables here. It kind of looks like a courtroom a little bit. So we have a couple of tables here. We have little podium in the middle, or lectern, or whatever you want to call it, where you can, you know, speak your mind. And then obviously we have the 3 councilmen or women back here. One of them is going to be Councilman Lags, and I actually have a office space for myself in another part of the building, which we will get to in just a minute. But this is the council chamber. It's pretty cool. Obviously, those 2 doors over there, those are just closets, exits, and just extra stuff in there. So that's the city council chamber. Pretty cool building, pretty cool part of the building, I should say. So let's go ahead and move on to the other side. So over here, guys, we have a couple more Parks and Recreation Easter eggs. So we're going to start off with Andy's Shoe Shine, and you got to be careful when you're pronouncing that because it is a little bit of a tongue twister. So obviously, in Parks and Recreation, there is a shoe shine man named Andy who is hilarious, and this is his shoe shine desk that I made for the city hall. So we have that. You can sit right there, and Andy's gonna go to town on your shoes and make them all spotless and clean. So anyway, right over here is the city manager's office, which is just, you know, a small little office in the corner off the edge of the main hallway. So if we continue to walk through here, that's pretty much it for this area. This is just kind of like a main hallway that you walk through. And then over here we have a couple of exits. So obviously these leads out to the street on both sides, and you can kind of see a little silhouette of the Los Angeles Stadium off in the distance. Since we're on Xbox One here, we got a little bit further render distance, which is pretty cool. I don't think we have that view on 360, so that's actually really awesome. You can walk right out and see the stadium just right across the river, so that's pretty cool. Over here we have a couple more office spaces. We have a elevator, which that's the last thing we'll check out. We have the Public Health, the Department of Public Health office, so this is to be the Public Health Director in here. Another office for that person, and then right here is the City Planner, which I believe I marked all of the rooms with signs just so you know what everything is. This is the City Planner's office, so he's got a big desk because he's going to need a lot of you know, space to, you know, roll out some blueprints and things like that. So obviously we have a closet in there. We have a little I don't know, shelving thing there, something like that, and then just another table. So city planner, and then across the way is my office, Councilman Lag. So this is my space. You know, if when I'm not at the city council chamber, I'm chilling in here, you know, watching YouTube videos or something like that. You should subscribe to Dan Lags. He's a pretty good YouTuber. So anyway, let's go ahead and go upstairs, since that's the last thing we got to check out on the first floor. And then the last thing for this entire City Hall tour, if I can fly, that would be fantastic. Up here is the second floor here, which we have a couple of funny things up here. So we have the sewage department, which I have no idea why I chose to add this, but I figured I would do it. So we have a couple of hazardous bins in the corner, which is kind of funny that they're being stored in here. And pretty close to Bedrock Tires factory or anything. I wonder if they're in cahoots or anything like that with the pollution that's going on over there. We got some issues in Los Angeles to sort out. And then obviously we have another desk in here. Pretty standard. Right here is just kind of like a waiting area on the second floor. Because right here is the divorce filing desk. Another funny thing. Well, divorce isn't funny, but you know, you get the idea that I added that. And I was thinking about doing like marriage filing and divorce filing, but I just put one. And then obviously if you wanted to get back here, you know, there's just like some, you know, big shelves and things like that, and filing cabinets and stuff that you could have a bunch of paperwork in. And then there's just like a little table back here where the employees could have their lunch or something like that. And that is basically the second floor on this side of the City Hall. And that overall is pretty much going to do it for the City Hall tour. So this is another completed build in Los Angeles. You know, the more stuff we finish, the better here in the city. Also, one more little thing I added. I just put an L and a D out in the front of the City Hall. So here is Los Angeles City Hall. It is done. It's been a project that I've been kind of working on and off on for like the last 2 years or so. But now it's 100% complete, and I'm pretty happy with the final product. I think it looks pretty cool. So that is now finished, guys. We have another tour of something finished in Los Angeles in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did. I'll see you guys in a few days for another episode of Constructing Los Angeles, where we'll continue to work towards other tours. It has been Dan Lags. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.